What up, people? Welcome to the Highwire Garage. We are back, and we're going to be doing some engine work today. Alright, so as you saw in the last video, we actually got the motor and tranny pulled out of the car. Super exciting. I was so pumped to do it. First motor I've ever pulled in my life. This is, like I said before in the beginning videos, if you've been watching since the beginning, that this is my first car I've really ever worked on, like getting in deep and dirty and pulling everything and stripping it and rebuilding it. So, that's super exciting. We got the engine pulled, and I just went out and grabbed a engine stand because everybody I talked to said it was going to be much easier to work on it on the engine stand and not on the crane. So from what I believe in all the videos I've seen, we're going to have to undo the transmission from the engine itself because the transmission can't attach to the stand as well. So if you see here, we have the engine still attached, still cranked up. I did a little tidying, a little bit of work on the vehicle itself. So if you look, we made a disgusting mess underneath the car. I cleaned all that up, and I was going in here and I was just, you know, with a rag just cleaning up some of the scuff, and if you look, this is the bare metal. This was underneath. Like if you look at all this gunk, once it focuses, like all that gunk and all this stuff, like you can still see it on the side, is all over this. But the second I cleaned it, it looks brand new. So I don't know if that gunk like protected it like with a film or because it was so thick or whatever. You could still see it on my finger a little bit. It's still greasy. But this, I think this is the front subframe. It looks brand spanking new, like original paint, no rust. Like, it looks clean as heck. So that makes me so happy. Even these lines, I was starting to clean these lines for power steering, and they look super clean as well. So I'm going to take some time and really get in there and keep cleaning it up and doing some work. And like I said before, we purchased the tubs. They came in. We're actually going to be cutting the tubs out right here to extend this so we have some more space for the tires. So that'll be another video, but I'll be in here, you know, just cleaning it up. I'm going to wind up, you know, scuffing all the paint up because we're going to be painting the bay. A lot of this wiring, like the harness and stuff over there, and then the brake lines, it looks pretty good still. So this is the only bad area, which is on the driver's side wheel well. That'll have to take some work. That'll definitely be some work, and then cleaning up like the master cylinder and stuff. So you can see it's still sitting on top of the tire, all chained up and stuff. There's still a little bit of weight on here. I believe from looking at it that we just have to take these probably 12 or 14 millimeter bolts out around the edge of the transmission. I'm sure it's going to be another mess. I'm going to try to get the pan underneath there before we do this and catch whatever gunk comes out, but I'm sure we'll make another mess. But we'll clean it up, we'll get the transmission disconnected, and we'll get this onto the engine stand. Oh, and check this out. Look, engine stand from Harbor Freight, right? Is 1,000 pound rated, 45 bucks. Can't beat it. Super discount this weekend, so you get like 30% off or something on one item, 20 or 30% off. So this will work. Okay, so there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, it looks like 14 millimeter bolts. So we'll crack these, and hopefully the train comes right off. Okay, so it looks like there's 2 more bolts underneath that I didn't notice. So I'm going to throw the top bolts back in, and then take the bottom ones out, and then take the tops out. As you saw me struggling, it's not too easy to get out of there, but you got to wiggle it, but it'll come out. So she's out of there. I believe you have to bolt through where the transmission was onto this, onto the engine mount. So I'm actually gonna, if you could see back here, it's all gunky. So I'm gonna actually take some cleaning stuff to this, and I think I have to attach the bracket back to the other side, but I'm gonna try to clean this stuff up real quick. I'll probably disassemble this bracket, clean it, clean the other side as well, which is right there, and then we'll hopefully get this mounted up. Wow, would you look at that, guys. Look at these things. All this gunk that was on it, just like the other part of the brace, the front brace I was telling you about before. This shit looks brand new. It's got like the black poly coating or powder coating. It's all clean without rust. Oh, this is amazing. All this gunk, this nasty stuff, protected the surface. I don't know if it's training oil or training fluid or whatever, motor oil or whatever, but made this shit, you know, basically stay lubricated and protected so it didn't rust. That's awesome. At least that's what I think. But this shit looks stock. OEM. Well, it is OEM, but looks brand new OEM. Awesome. And there we have it. A clean set of bolts, clean threads. Everything looks decent. And some clean brackets. Next, I believe, it looks like from, you know, dry fitting sort of this right up to it, I think I have to remove the flywheel. I think that's what this is the flywheel. So I'm gonna go watch a video or read online real quick to see, because I think you have to do this special. There's a special way to do this. So just want to double check that, but we got to get the flywheel off, and then once the flywheel's off, it looks like we'll have enough space to reattach to this. All right, so it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, missing one. Nope, 4, 5, 6, 12 millimeters to take off. Next we have 2, 4, 6, 19 millimeters. The problem with this is when you're going to loosen all this, it's actually going to crank the engine. So I'm going to try to use my torque gun. If not, I don't have, I think it's a 27 millimeter socket you need to stop the other end so that you can, so that this doesn't turn. So if I can't get this undone, then we're sort of stuck at this point today, and we'll have to leave it, and I'll have to get a 27 millimeter with a 1/2-inch drive and maybe a breaker bar, just so I can lock that in place so I can loosen this. But let's see, let's give it a shot. Let's see if it works. Let's see if the old Milwaukee can do it. I believe that is what, the flywheel. So the flywheel is off, which has given us a lot more access into the part of the engine right here. I will show you guys a little bit in a second. I don't know, some of the gears on the flywheel itself look a little cheesy on the end. I don't know, I'm going to post it. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. Or you think if I should get another flywheel or not. If I should get it refinished or whatever can get done to it. But I don't like that a couple of the gears have a little like, not chip marks because they're not totally chips, but little scuffs to them. So, but I will show you guys that in a little bit. But I'm going to try to now get the engine onto this, this engine block holder thingy. I don't know what to keep calling it, but... Oh, it's an engine stand, dipshit. It says it right there. So, I'll try to get this onto the engine stand, and that's probably going to be it for today. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, so if all is right, everything is attached correctly. I had to use a wrench as a little bit of a spacer. But that is connected to the engine stand. So hopefully I'm going to let the weight off the engine first with it still on the actual crane itself just to make sure it can hold it. And then once I know it's pretty sturdy, I guess I'll take the straps off and can fold the crane up. Here's the moment of truth. Sweet. I think that's good. Alright. Let's get these hooked. This is so sketchy to me. It really is because this thing weighs a lot and if you drop it, you're fucked. So. Here's actually two. I'm going to show you. Here's a piece of, you can see the flywheel a little bit. It's not really zooming in right, but on the edges a little bit, there's like little scuffs. So I don't know if that's good, but the flywheel itself actually looks in decent condition. So we'll have to see. I'll do a little more research and I'll maybe post a picture online and ask for some advice. Alright people, so that's going to be it for today's video on the Highwire Garage. I got the engine onto the engine stand. As you can tell, we got the transmission taken off of the engine because we pulled it all at once together. So we got the engine itself onto the engine stand now, and now all we have to do is basically start taking stuff off, cleaning it, and I actually have the rebuild kit for this engine already. I ordered it on eBay. I said it was supposed to take about 2 weeks, 3 weeks to come in. It took 2 days. It got here instantly. FedEx had it at my back door within 2 days, which is awesome. Shout out to them. Or shout out to whoever shipped it fast. Appreciate it. So I'm going to start taking this apart slowly. We're going to start cleaning stuff up. As I showed you before, I cleaned a couple parts that I didn't even have to actually use because the engine mounted a little differently to the stand. But we got that cleaned up. That's what I'm going to wind up doing with every little piece of this. I'm going to start taking it apart, cleaning it, getting all the stuff nice looking OEM, stock, clean, no gunk, no shit, no nothing all over it. I haven't really decided if I want to paint the block or not. I sort of do. I've been looking into colors. I like a wrinkle black almost, so I got to see about painting it and what parts I can actually paint without fucking stuff up. I'll have to do some research into that. But the engine is mounted on the stand, and that's basically it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, comment, like, and stay tuned for more videos, people. Peace.